Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Mbappe! Whistle's gone, that's a foul. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace. There's a player on this pitch who shines above the rest, and we're talking defence.
And that is?
Well, it's got to be Paolo Maldini.
Who's arguing?
Yeah, and he's a living, breathing symbol of leadership, loyalty and devotion to his craft. What a player.
Ronaldinho has been caught there, it's a foul. Now there are plenty in the middle waiting for this. They're taking a moment to consider their options. Red Star with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. And the finish! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Ronaldinho is offering a right smile there.
Belletti. Rodri. No, that's been intercepted. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks.
Real chance! That's another chance! Just off target.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Serginho. Rodri. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned. Vieira. Van Basten. And here's Torres. Still goalless. Chance here to counter. And it's Van Basten. Van Basten. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Van Basten. Out of play for a goal kick. Serginho. Ruben Neves. Here's Rodri. Belletti. Roberto Carlos. Oh, and he's through the middle. De Ligt. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rodri. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Oh, that's well done, really robust. And it's Van Basten. And here's Drogba.
Drogba really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
It's a goal kick. And here's Drogba. Costa Curta. And he's had it nicked away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he's there to retrieve it.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
Maradona. Now Mbappe. Rodri. Well, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, nicely intercepted. Drogba is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Over to the other side. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Pinches it off him. That'll be a throw-in. And that is a little undercooked. He's in plenty of space here. Torres has it in a wide position.
Ruben Neves really added the width there thanks to his willingness to make the run.
Torres was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Maradona. Ronaldinho. And it's Van Basten. Bullet. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And it's Van Basten. Roberto Carlos. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
And that certainly packed a punch. And this could be the final action of the first half.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. But it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0.
Si vous avez un billet, regardez bien l'écran.
There's the start of the second half. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. A nice sequence of passes this, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Vieira. Van Basten. Ronaldinho just eases him off the ball. Great defending, strong and determined. Roberto Carlos. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. That pass isn't the best. Maldini is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Vieira did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Costa Curta. Red Star are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape. certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit the...
Can he finish? Goal! Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs.
Oh, that was a cracking little exchange to set up the finish, and a lovely understanding between both players. I mean, that's clearly tailored on the training ground and delivered beautifully on match day.
A 1-0 lead established.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Fernando Torres is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline. Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Nesta calmly anticipates.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, that's fabulous. And here's Torres.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's the throw. And it's Maradona.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Now it's Mbappe. And here's Torres. Cleared without complication. Out for a throw. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
He's found a way past. Now then, the ball's come loose. Beckenbauer. And here's Torres. Can he put it away? And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Changement. Le numéro 22.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Le numéro 19.
It's really well
Le
cleared.
numéro 20. Van Buiten.
And again, they run up against stubborn
Le
defending.
numéro 7. Bale.
And now a
Changement.
sudden chance to counter. Maradona. Look at the space here. Mbappe! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Vinicius Junior charging forward, the ball at his feet. And it's Fernando Torres. And claimed it back swiftly.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Beckenbauer. Some really good ball movement. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Rodri. Picked out brilliantly. Now it's Bale. Costa Curta. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Into the last 5 minutes. He's shifting through the gears here.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
In again.
Red Star can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Le numéro 15. Changement en cours.
Belletti. It's Bellingham. And it's Belletti.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Torres. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Serginho.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Belletti. De Ligt.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Beckenbauer. And that will be it. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest.
Chers spectateurs,
How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, there's no shortage of effort and commitment from them. They were just undone by that second half goal.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.